We folks are here. We're at the final episode. It's called Fallout. And we are finally going to figure out or find out or be told or not be told all the questions and all the secrets and all the everything we've ever wanted to know about everything. Not just in this show, but every show. Do I suspect we'll get any meaningful answers in this episode? Yes, I do. But everything? Perhaps not. Maybe some things will be left a mystery, so that we can talk about them forevermore. Last time, we had Once Upon a Time. It was a story all about Six's life, and the kind of guy he was. And it was all about bringing back our favorite number 2. But what's this one going to be about? Are we going to finally meet number 1? Are we? Your guess is as good as... Well, if you've seen it before, your guess is better than mine, but... if you haven't seen it, your guess is as good as mine. Let's get to it. Oh! We're picking up.
This is it. 1 week. Neither of us can leave. Till death do us part.
See? 5 minutes.
Self-contained. Kitchen? Bathroom?
We didn't get to see the bathroom.
You'd go anywhere in it. It moves. It's detachable. Die! 3. Die!
It was the booze that did it. 100%. Moment of truth.
What do you desire?
Number 1.
I'll take you.
You better. No teasing. No double crossing. No nothing. I want number 1. Fallout. Leo's dead. Let's go. Up we go. Down we go even further. Okay. All the main cast get to come. Where are we going, to the center of the earth?
We thought you would feel happier as yourself.
What the hell? Oh. Dum, ba-dum. It's odd to hear music that you recognize.
Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can say that you can learn how to play the game.
All you need is love. Welcome. An army. What the hell? Oh, a judge. Pacifists, activists, lots of masks.
Welcome.
Hey, you're back too. These guys. He was Napoleon, wasn't he? That guy, the judge. Look at this throne. Does 6 get to sit here? Identification, defectors, reactionists. That's me. Oh.
This session is called in a matter of democratic crisis to resolve the question of revolt. The community is at stake, and we have the means to protect it.
Number 6 is presented to you.
We understand he survived the ultimate test.
You did, yeah.
Indeed.
Then he must no longer be referred to as number 6 or a number of any kind.
Ooh.
He has gloriously vindicated the right of the individual.
Great.
And this assembly rises to you, sir.
Individualism. Let's all clap together.
Sir, we crave your indulgence for a short while. The transfer of ultimate power requires some tedious ceremony.
Is he going to be the new number 1?
Would care to observe the preliminaries from the chair of honor. Sir, we thank you and promise to be as brief as possible.
He's a jolly good fellow. That's backwards. That's backwards in time. Speed it up there, fellas, would you? It's the final episode. We don't have all day. Oh hey, his body. Is he dead? Anything you can do for him, Doc?
Resuscitate!
Oh, speaking of back in time. He's undrinking.
Revolution! Get him out!
He's still on the ground. We haven't resuscitated anything. There's a rocket right here. A nuclear rocket. You'll be alright too. We're just gonna pump your stomach. What's this? A quick shave and a haircut? We're just gonna suck the soul out right out of you. You don't need that, do you? Right out of your face. Oh. I'm learning.
Revolt can take many forms. And here we have 3 specific instances.
What is the point of this guy?
Number 48.
Bring him up. Oh, hey, you!
Thanks for the trip, Dad.
I thought you were...
Grateful for the opportunity
Dead.
of pleading your case before the assembly.
Collarbone's connected to the neck bone, and the neck bone's connected to the head bone. Now hear that word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around. Number 48.
He's the fastest draw in the West, this guy. Order! Are you sure we should release this guy?
Youth, which rebels against any accepted norm because it must. It may wear flowers in its hair,
Yeah.
bells on its toes. But when the common good is threatened, such revolts must cease.
Are we gonna kill him? Get him! He is chaos incarnate. He's making a mockery of the court.
Give it to me again.
Don't knock yourself out,
Give me the rest.
young man.
I'm bone all over.
We thank you for your kindly intervention. Fear that such familiarity is not in keeping with procedure. We must maintain the status quo. Yes, of course.
What is that, Morse code?
Naturally, it would expedite matters. You've never been with it, I mean with us.
I'm gone away.
But you were here, then you went and gone.
Got the word, Dad. Got the sign.
Sign?
The light.
Light?
The message.
Then you went and gone.
Why?
Give it to me, baby.
What's going on?
Now you're high. Confess. The bones is yours, Dad. Confess.
Me bones.
Oh! We got harmonizing. That's what I'm talking about. Hip hip hooray!
And hear the word of the Lord.
Guilty.
Guilty
Lead
of,
the charge.
guilty of what?
Total defiance of the elementary laws which sustain our community.
He's a rebel.
And dress not in accordance with general practice.
He's like a teenager.
Sir, you approve the proceedings.
I note them.
I note them. What's to be done with
Then
them?
the accused will be held in the place of sentence until after your inauguration.
Inauguration is what? Do we have another person to bring up?
Them bones, them dry bones.
This regrettable demonstration. My apologies. Sir, I think you'll find our next revolutionary a different kettle of fish altogether.
Okay, that's me. Is it a clown? Why are you laughing?
Next.
Oh, he's all clean shaven. Is he alive? What's his crime? Being too jolly? Take it easy, dude. You've been dead.
I feel a new man.
He's back, everybody.
My dear chap. How have you been keeping? Throned at last, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
I knew it. It had to be. My lords, ladies, and gentlemen, a most extraordinary thing happened to me on my way here.
Good one. Good one.
It has been my lot to wield a not inconsiderable power. Nay, I have had the ear of statesmen, kings, and princes of many lands, and revolutions nipped in the bud at a word from me in the right place.
Well,
Not surprising, therefore, that this community should find a use for me. That one day I should be abducted and wake up here amongst you.
this was all before you came here.
What is deplorable is that I resisted for so short a time. A fine tribute to your methods.
Kind of the opposite of 6.
I wish to thank you for a recognition of my talent, which placed me in a position of power, second only to one.
This blinking light?
My last decision concerned this gentleman here.
Yeah.
He emerged victorious. I
Yeah, we brought you back, though.
died.
We reversed time.
How was it done? Was it a drink?
Might have been. It's pretty strong stuff.
You couldn't even let me rest in peace.
Did you ever meet number 1?
Meet him?
Yeah. Funny joke, eh?
Shall I give him a stare?
Yeah.
Transgress!
Do it. Stare him down.
Look me in the eye. Whoever you are. Whatever you are. You die! Again.
Die?
Then I'll die with my own mind.
Oh.
You'll hypnotize me no longer.
6 is rubbed off on him. Wow. He withstood it.
Sir? Hold him until my inauguration.
Okay, that's number 2. Like, literally and figuratively. Put him in the tube. See you in a bit, buddy.
Good to see you.
He said it. We haven't heard "Be Seeing You" in a while.
Have just witnessed 2 forms of revolt. The first, uncoordinated youth. The second, an established, successful member of the establishment turning upon and biting the hand that feeds him.
Yeah, but he only did that after we brought him back.
They contribute nothing to our culture.
What were you going to accuse him of before? Yeah. No, we can't sell that place.
At the other end of the scale, we are honored to have with us a revolutionary of different caliber.
They're breaking into your house.
He has revolted, resisted, fought, destroyed resistance, overcome coercion. We applaud his private war and concede that despite materialistic efforts, he has survived intact. All that remains is recognition of a man of steel, a man
Oh, Superman.
magnificently equipped to lead us.
They're talking about you.
Lead us or go.
Ooh.
You will see that your home is being made ready above and beyond this.
What's this, the Ark of the Covenant? I want to open it.
Key to your house. Traveler's checks, passport, valid for anywhere, and petty cash.
I'll take that option.
You are free to go.
See you later.
Free to go. Anywhere. Why? You have been such an example to us. You are pure, you know the way, show us. We need you. I see. All about you is yours.
Or go.
Or go.
Go if you wish. Take the stand. Address us. Should I?
Speech.
You must.
And why did you resign? Just one last thing before you go. Get up there. Yeah, don't repeat what he's saying. Shut up. Well, you don't hear it. I just leave. Screw it. No more games. You can take all these 6. Start throwing punches.
Sir, on behalf of us all, we thank you.
Well, for what? Shut up. He didn't say anything.
Now I take it that you are prepared to meet number 1.
Whatever. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. Whatever.
Sir.
We're going into the rocket. All those frickin' let this be your last battlefield people. Are we going down into the Batcave? This better be a slide, dude. I don't believe it. Okay, let's have it, let's have it. Fellas. You're doing God's work. Keep it up. He's still laughing. Orbit. Hey, buddy. Do I get into one of these tubes? Isn't that lighthouse rocket? Up we go. Oh, look at all this. We got globes, people. Globes. Hello? Are you number 1?
I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered. My life is my own.
Oh, 1. Take the mask off. What the hell? It's you. It's just another mask. Well, what are we doing with this? Why are we attacking these guys? They didn't do anything to us. Why are we... At least got some help. Are we gonna let the other 2 out? Yeah, get in here, fellas. Yeah, Waldos. We're staging a breakout. Fuel injection. We're launching the rocket. Maximum held. I probably wouldn't stand there, fellas. It's gonna get real fiery. Yeah, run. You better run. Hey, everybody. You keep spinning. Don't worry about us. Is that a flamethrower he's got? All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love's all you need. Hey, we're back. We're back in the village. Oh, where did they come from? Oh, it's moving. Yeah, we established that last time. It's chaos. Smash through it. We're going to the moon, folks. Or we're launching a nuke. I don't know. I don't think you can help, Bubble. What the hell? We spent all our budget on this one. Yeah. Just for the music rights.
If you want to be
in someone's arms, but I just be sure the eyes
London, eh? See you, buddy. Is our taillights out? He's just walking off, officer. Ah, the old Houses of Parliament. There's the chimes of Big Ben. Why are we running? Why are we running? Oh, we're trying to get a bus. Home sweet home. Is he gonna live with him now? He just opens automatically. Number 1. Well, there it is, folks. That's the final episode of The Prisoner. Is he just going back to where he was? Before they got him? The president? Did you notice the president in that one? Is that the judge? Well. I am not surprised that we ended on something crazy. I said at the end of last episode that the reason I didn't think we were going to find out anything of substance was because nothing has been spoiled on me. Nobody has spoiled anything, which is a spoiler in itself, which indicates that there is no number 1. You're not going to see who number 1 is. Otherwise, everybody would know who number 1 was. There'd be memes of it online. Whoever they got to play number 1, whether it was a male or a female, would be known. Somebody in the comment section would have said it. Therefore, we're not going to find out that. And any other question you may have had about the show, well, that's all going to be a mystery too. In fact, the entire show is just going to be one big what? And if there are 4 sounds to sum up this show, those are the 4 sounds. We got all you need is love in this episode. Playing while we were gunning down a bunch of people. Yeah, we were literally killing people in this episode. You know, all for Six's living in harmony. I'm not going to take up any guns. When it's the finale, all bets are off, you know? We're going to have a heroic, even though they were letting him go. The whole point of this episode was, you've bested us. You've shown us that your individualism trumps our ways. Nothing that we've done and tried to do has cracked you. Therefore, you are our superior. A bit like last episode. That was the ultimate final test. Therefore, we're just going to take our cues from you. You know, you can stay here and lead us. Or you can go live your life, you know? And Six's reply to that was, I'm going to gun you down. And escape. In an elaborate way, I'm going to launch the rocket for some reason. And I'm going to get into this jail cell that we figured out last time it was on wheels. They threw in that line of dialogue. It was kind of odd. And then we're going to ride to freedom. I'm going to free the other 2. And I'm going to take that butler too because he likes me. And we're going to drive to London. We're driving to London from the island. How does that work? I don't know. Don't question it. It's the finale. No rules apply in the finale. Not only do we have one chopper on the island, for no reason that we've explained, there are now 8 or 9. You know, we didn't need to have that many. What do they symbolize? People getting off the village? All the people who were there getting on board all the choppers? I don't know. You don't know. What was happening at the end? What was that rocket? You don't know. Was it going to the moon? Was it gonna land somewhere and blow up? You have no idea. The episode's called Fallout. You know? When everybody in London seemed pretty calm when they got there, so they didn't hear about any nuclear fallout, so I presume it's gone to the moon. Where did number 1 go? They went out the top of the rocket. Do you see that? They went up top and escaped through a hatch. They were like a monkey creature, and then they were number 6 himself. And then they escaped. And then 6 had enough. He grabbed a fire extinguisher and he's like, you know what trumps everything? A fire extinguisher. Here, buddy. Butler buddy. You hold this. You use it when we lure in the guards. We started taking out people for no reason. It's not like they were menacing at all to us, you know? It was just chaos for chaos's sake. I admire it, you know? I admire it. It's very ballsy to have a show that does this. You know? It's almost like it's saying, we don't know. We made a show and, you know, you had some questions, but so what? Damn bones, you know? That's what we think of your questions. I do like that they brought back Leo as number 2 for both episodes. They brought back that guy from Living in Harmony, the real creepy one for no reason, to symbolize youthful exuberance and rebelling against the status quo. They brought back Leo and tried him with stuff that he didn't do until they revived him. You know, when he was looking directly into the robotic eye of Green Eye, he was standing up. He was like, finally, I gave in way too much. When you kidnapped me, you turned me instantly. I admire 6. 6 hasn't yet to be turned. I want to be more like 6. I'm going to stare at this robotic eye. If it kills me, so be it. Didn't kill him. He gets to live happily ever after. You know? So I like that. I like the happy endings. We got the Napoleon guy back. I don't think he's supposed to be... No, because he got blown up, didn't he? No, he didn't. No, he wasn't. No. That was just a story time. That was just in a story. He didn't get blown up. He was a 2. So I presume he's playing the same character. Maybe. He was supposed to be the president or something? I don't know. I thought that we're going to let 6 be number 1 during a ceremony or something. I don't know what he was going to be inaugurated as, because they said he's not going to be a number anymore. You know? He had ascended beyond that. So being number 1 is being a number, so maybe he wasn't getting that job. That's one of the endings I would have expected, you know? Endings I would have like thought that might happen. 6 ends up being he was 1 all along, and this whole show was just a test. His test of the 2s, his test of the way the things run, his test of all the methods we were using. I think it falls apart if you think about it too much. But that's one of the... And that the people didn't know that he was 1. You know, I think that's an interesting twist on the show that I would have expected a show like this to make. So it's kind of funny when one of the faces he tears off is his own. Wouldn't have been surprised if the butler was number 1. Because he's in it all the time. He's with all the 2s. He's hiding in plain sight. But he didn't utter a single word for the entirety of the run. Having somebody, either man or woman, just that we'd never seen before, be number 1 would have been a huge letdown. Have it be a robot would be a huge letdown. Have it be an alien? Good luck with that. So there is almost no winning to actually giving a definitive answer. Does the village continue from here? I mean, sure. Unless the rocket goes up and comes right back down and blows up the entire village. Sure. You know, you could interpret that as that way. That's why everybody's fleeing, because they know what's going to happen with this rocket. Maybe it's going to explode like just over the village. Fall out everywhere. That cats won't even survive. I was happy to see some of the village, even though all of the shots, like 90% of the shots they were showing, were from previous episodes. Actually, there's one thing I do want to check. It's how long it's been since we had a normal episode of The Prisoner. Because I feel like it's been so long since we just had a regular episode where there was a 2 and they were trying to break him, and Fallout, no. Once Upon a Time, no. The Girl Who Was Death, no. Living in Harmony, no. Do Not Forsake Me, Oh Darling, no. A Change of Mind. We have to go all the way back to A Change of Mind. The Unmutual episode. And then we have five episodes of random experimental chaos. Or 3 episodes of strange episodes, followed by a 2-part finale. It's a wild one, this show in totality. It's very, if it was made today, it's very meme heavy. You know, from Magoon's little, he runs with, his hands do something strange when he's running. You know? It's so strange that you're thinking, how does somebody develop that without somebody else going, what are you doing? You know, without somebody else pointing it out when he was a kid. You know, why are you running like that? What are you doing? You know? Maybe everybody ran like that in the, that was the 60s, 50s, 40s. Maybe everybody ran like that. Why did he resign? Well, just a matter of principle. He wanted peace of mind. He was sick of all the stuff he had to do and all the stuff he saw, and maybe people died. Maybe he killed people he regrets killing. Maybe somebody he knows killed somebody, and he was like, I can't be part of this anymore. I'm no rat, but I can't be part of this, and I'm done. And I'm going to go to an island, and I'm going to have a happy ending. And they kidnapped him. Because they saw something in him. He's going to be even better than the best person we were. He's going to lead us. I genuinely do believe that they wanted to break him. They wanted him to join them so that he could lead them, so that he could be the guy. Because all of this, he's too important to harm. Can only, because the 2s aren't too important to harm. You know? So it can only lead to one thing. They saw something extraordinary in him. Maybe it was his running. Maybe it was his cool car. They can't handle how cool his car is. They're like, anybody who has a car like that, we got to have him in our organization. You know? No matter what side he's on. Now, having said all of this about the show, I enjoy the first half of the show better than the second half of the show. Because I enjoy the mystery. I like getting to know a show, and I like you know, dipping in and getting information, and I liked all the different 2s and all the different schemes they had from episode to episode. In the second half, or at least in the last 5 episodes, it became something else, became something different. And you know, I started missing the village. I started missing the Waldos, and I started missing, sometimes I started missing the intro because they wouldn't have the intro. And I felt very much like we were saying goodbye to the show in those final 5 episodes. That we'd gone off in a different direction, we'd gone to a different place. Even though it was the same show, with the same craziness to it. All those white-faced, black-faced people from Star Trek? What was all that about? Do you think that's when Six had enough? He was like, I can't believe they're bullshit. They just said I can leave, or I can stay and lead them, and they're giving me a chance to speak, and now they're just talking all over me. He's like, I don't believe any of their bullshit anymore. I'm just going to take them all out the first chance I get. And once he saw that fire extinguisher, he knew it. He knew we could get out of here. That's all he needs. You know, he's one half secret agent, one half MacGyver. Nice reuse of the rocket set from a few episodes ago. You know, because it was a rocket. We even had the outside of the rocket this time. You know, previously we just had that lighthouse in Dover. So what do I think of the show overall? I'm going to be thinking about the show overall. I'm going to be thinking about it. You know, it exists on a different plane. It doesn't exist on a ratings plane. You can't say it's a 5 out of 6 show, or why did I say 5 out of 6? You can't give it a grade from A to F. You can't give it a rating from 0 to 100. It sort of exists outside of ratings and grades, in its own little spot, in its village spot, where all the rules of normal TV and all the rules of normal ratings kind of dissolve. And my personal preferences for quieter, more introspective, more interesting episodes, rather than the loud, manic, crazy stuff. You know, that's just my personal preferences. But they don't give it a grade or anything. So The Prisoner is what it is. It is The Prisoner. And it has to be seen to be believed. And I'm going to take up that trampoline game for sure. It's a martial art. You hop over the thing and you got to get the person into the water. It's very simple. You know? If you ever get into a car, you got to zoom as fast as you can. Don't you? That's what the Village are all about. If you see a bubble, you got to run. Don't let it get you. It will suffocate you and kill you. Like it did to the Schizoid Man. It's a dangerous piece of technology. His rover. And I presume Rover got away scot-free before the nuke went off. What a wild ending. We had the Beatles. The Beatles. And we had some old returning faces. And then we all escaped. In the weirdest way possible. And we're just going back to our normal lives. Even though the Village people are still out there. Making their hits, you know. Now I know there's been remakes, or maybe one remake, made of the show. How do you do that? You can't. How do you remake this show without it losing? Do you know the way I just said 5 minutes ago, this show exists outside of the planes of normal ratings? You can't remake something like that, because you would fundamentally change what it is by updating it, by bringing it into the 80s, the 90s. You would fundamentally change something about it. You would make it more serious, you would make it more cohesive, you would make it not what it is. Or you would hyperfixate on certain parts that you think are important and miss the bigger picture. You'd be like, oh, everybody likes the Waldo hats, or, you know, everybody loves that Butler guy. Let's just get that. Let's focus on the Butler guy. And you'd miss out on the speaker's phone voice person, or, you know, silly runs, or all the little quirks that all the little twos have that you mightn't have picked up on. That was a thing. That each two had their own little interesting quirk about them. I'd be fascinated to see. I don't think I can get it, but I'm fascinated to see any remake of it. Like anything at all. Ian McKellen, right? Is in a remake of this show? Okay. Can you believe that? I just want to... I'll look it up right now. The Prisoner. 2009. 2009. 6 episodes. Arrival. Harmony. Anvil. Darling. Schizoid. Checkmate. Well, those are strange titles because Arrival matches the first episode. Harmony, Living in Harmony as your second episode? Can't be that episode. Anvil. Hammer into Anvil. Remember that one? Darling. That you can't have that episode. That's when he's just not himself. He's some other guy. Schizoid Man? Well, speaking of being another guy. And then Checkmate as the final episode. What? I guess, imagine if they just get away in Checkmate. Imagine if that plan worked. 2009. 6 episodes. Jim Caviezel. There's no way that's any good. Like, there's just no way. There's a post I was Googling. There's a post from a year ago, which is not true. It's going to be, this is a not true thing because we already know. But it says, Christopher Nolan's next project, rumored to be a remake of the 1960s series, The Prisoner. We already know he's working on something. I can't remember what it was, but it's not The Prisoner. It's got a star-studded cast, though. That would be something to see, for sure. Can you imagine? I mean, he made Inception and Memento and Tenet. It would be trippy to put all of his weight behind a Prisoner remake. The Odyssey. He's doing The Odyssey. I don't know. What was your least favorite episode of the show? One of the noisy ones. I think there was so much more to discover about the nature of the village. I think there's... the way I said remaking it, I can't imagine you can't remake it. It would lose something. But the other part of my brain is like, yeah, but if you just tone down some of the silliness in the show and ramp up the mystery and give a little bit more information, you could really make something compelling. Like it could be like, this is a little cult show. This is a cult show that people recommend to people with caveats. They say you should watch it, but keep an open mind. But you could turn it into something that's like, watch, you'll be fucking amazed by this. With just small little tiny changes to it. To keep it a bit more cohesive. Maybe. You can keep that running. I don't mind keeping that running. Clean up some of the audio. Easy little touches like that. Make sure the music isn't blasting so you can't hear what the people are saying. We had problems in the last couple episodes with that. Vary some of the music. Some of the music is a bit too repetitive. And keep the characters more consistent. And don't have them go crazy wild for 2 minutes and then snap back to what they were before. Maybe don't remake it. Maybe just make something like it. Yeah. Right, I'm going to get out of here before I remake the show in my brain. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to go away and think about it. And I appreciated your company all the way through. I would thank you for not spoiling it, but it turns out that in the end, very little was spoilable. But I do have to thank you for not telling me that. Oh, don't be looking for any answers. You're not going to get any. Nobody said that to me either. Or you'll never actually find out who number 1 is. There was a comment that said, oh, wait till you meet number 1. Which was a misdirection of type of sorts. So we didn't meet number 1. It was some sort of crazy ape alien creature. and went off to their home planet. Right. Get out of here. Oh, what are we watching next? That's for you to decide and for me to find out. We'll have a discussion about it. I don't have an answer for you right now. But I will soon. Stick around. Have a great day and be seeing you.